defeated him once and for all. And
go ahead, Rip.
So that your countertop will come right up to the ends of the wall, and it'll make it what they call a galley kitchen. Now, kitchen on this side and everything in plenty of room, not like before where it was a big mess.
Yep.
Now you got your two specials. You got a separate breaker for the refrigerator, separate breaker for the microwave. Then over on this wall, you got another set of specials. You got the disposal switch for this wire, and down here is the dishwasher wire, and over here is going to be a sink connection for your kitchen sink, and also your dishwasher will hook into that. And now we got a 3-gang box we put in over here. This is for the light in the kitchen. This is going to be for a light and fan here in the dining area.
Yeah.
You put an air conditioning duct into the kitchen where there wasn't one here before, so now when you're cooking and stuff, it'll help keep it nice and cool when you cook. Some used garbage.
I'm such a mess.
The spread handle, you use that as where the bottom hole would be. Okay, and then your top hole, you'd measure off of that, and your top hole comes up here. Right, but if you just use a single hole one, then you just drill this out. The drill has a tension on it, and I set it on a number 2 tension. So this way, when you're putting in the screws, when you hear it click, you know it's tight enough. You don't over tighten it and strip it out. Whenever I interconnect cabinets together where they're screwed together, I put the screw in between the piece, so when you put this piece on, you don't see the screw holding the cabinets together. See, I like to hide everything. It'd be nicer if I had put them in. That's what happens. These doors have adjusting screws right here, and then the doors can adjust up and down by loosening these up, and you can adjust up and down. So you make the top of the door flush with the top of the cabinet here, and then it should sit on an even line here by adjusting these 2 screws right here. I've seen people, they put it on, the door swings the wrong way, and they have to swap it around, and they're not thinking it's over here. If you're going to be working here in the kitchen, you want to make sure everything swings this way, and this one this way, and this one this way. See, Fred didn't say anything about that cracked piece in the corner. Just took a small tube of super glue, and it works real well. This is the place where nobody's really going to touch it anyway. You can barely see it. It cracked this whole corner up, but we super glued it back in. And I formed it right into place, and it looks almost perfect. It ain't exactly, but I don't think you'll be able to see it from the camera that it's wrong. If you get your eyes up close on it, you can just see where it was cracked, but the average eye ain't gonna pick that up. By the way, this is your water heater wire. Only runs on 220, it doesn't have to change over to 110. So you can get away using a 2-wire.
Oh, okay.
This is a 10-2. But because the dryer has a 110 motor in it, and 110 that handles all the electrical stuff on top, but it runs a 220 element, you have to have a 3-wire. And that's the difference between using a 220 3-wire and a 222 wire. Okay?
Okay.
So this is 220 2-wire. This is what I'm saying about a 3/4 pipe.
Okay.
You can only have 2 half-inch fixtures. On a half-inch pipe, you can only have 2 fixtures off it.
Okay.
So here where I changed over to half-inch, we're picking up the washing machine, and we were picking up the kitchen sink.
Okay.
But because we had the wash tub also, we added later, I bought another set of lines off the 3/4 end, rather than tapping it off of the half-inch. Because if I tapped off the half-inch, there would have been 3 fixtures on a half-inch line, which wouldn't be code.
Okay.
Code requires only up to 2 fixtures off a half-inch line. So I tapped the basin off these 3/4 lines here. So now everything's to code. And see, code requires now a 2-inch drain pipe going down to the main. So from here on out, you're going to swap this 1.5 inches. See, I put a slight crimp on it with the pliers, so I could get I gotta have the proper spacing here. You want to have about 3/16 of white pipe showing through the ring, and you want it to stay flush against the fitting. So I put a slight crimp on it to hold it in place so that when I go with the big crimper, that it doesn't move on me. And then, boom, it's done. And that takes care of the hot one.
They special metal, the crimpers? Or?
Actually, they used to just make them the copper, is what it is. But they used to just make them in copper. And now they put a coating over the top of it. And I think it's to distinguish the old rings from the new rings, because there was a problem when they first came out with it. So they changed the style ring and the style fitting. And when they made the changeover, I think they had to color the new rings so that you don't mix them up with old rings and they're not fastened properly. How much we're off? Let's hope they snip. Go into that. On my angle, but look at that. I got just the right space, nice and flush here and flush here. And then look at the spacing, you see? I just got lucky, it was a perfect cut. Okay, what I wanted to point out is that look how neat all the lines are ran so that it minimizes, leaves your space under here for people to use. You don't have all this stuff just draped everywhere. Everything's organized. The electric comes directly from the back. The water lines are kept to the back. The dishwasher drains up high. Your line doesn't get caught up for the extended spout on the faucet, so that when they pull it up and down, it doesn't touch nothing or catch anything. And then I have a separate shut-off for the dishwasher as from the faucet. And the same thing on this side. When I finish this, there'll be a separate shut-off for the ice maker as well as the faucet on the cold side. But I just want to point out how everything looks nice and neat and it's all organized, and there isn't a bunch of crap all over the place.